talked about playing better team ball, less ISO ball. What is the key to that? How do you accomplish it?
Oh, I just think we got to stay within what we're doing. I mean, we've done a good job with that over the course of the game, and then we'll go through a segment of the game where, it either get tight or we get behind, and we try to take it upon ourselves to do it. And we just got to stay within what we're doing and keep the movement of the basketball and play like we play when we're playing well.
You face a tough challenge tonight when it comes to the glass and rebounding. The Pistons are a tough team when it comes to that. What are your words of wisdom to your squad?
Well, we just got to do a job of hitting first and putting our body on them. Obviously, Drummond, you look at what he's done, especially on the offensive boards, that becomes, we have to put a body on him and hit first, and then obviously Blake Griffin, a real physical player, and they got some other guys that come in the game that do a good job for them too. So number one, we have to pack rebound. Number two, we have to put our body on them early and not get pushed under the basket.
Drew Holiday ranked third, tied for third in steals in the league right now. Is that the type of energy and effort you point to at practice?
Well, yeah, that and the fact that we just got to be solid. Like I said, the thing that's our biggest problem right now is that we've got to do a better job of keeping the ball in front of us and limiting dribble penetration. That's been the thing that has broken down our defense the most. And before we can do anything else, we have to get that under control. So we have to spend a lot of time making sure that we understand that we've got to keep that ball out of our paint.
Coach, with the size of the Pistons front court, might we possibly see a tweak to the Pelicans starting lineup?
Yeah, we are. I mean, we're going to start Jaleel and bring Jackson off the bench. So we'll do that. And, we're probably going to go ahead and put Kendrick in the lineup, and we'll bring Zoe off the bench so that we'll have another ball handler with that second group that can push it and do some things and create some shots.
Saw Derek Favors out there warming up. It's good to have him back. Obviously, might he play, or is it still?
He's probably not going to play tonight, but it's great having him back. I just spoke to him, and he just said it's good to be back. I need to be back here, and I need to be with the team. So, hopefully after tonight we'll get him. He's feeling a lot better. Obviously, he went through a very traumatic thing, but he's feeling a lot better from just a physical standpoint. So hopefully we'll have him the next game.
Watching Christian Wood over these last few months, you see a guy that has almost all the talent in the world, and you kind of wonder how he's ended up on how many teams he's been on and just his journey. I mean, in your experience, how do you think he's gotten himself in the position he's in where he's been on X amount of teams and still trying to figure it out?
Well, sometimes guys, bounce around a while before they get it figured out. We loved him. I mean, when he was here, and I think he's shown. You look at some of the games that he had just the other night. He had 28 points, 10 rebounds. So obviously the talent is there, but sometimes it takes a little while to stick, and it takes a little while to understand what it takes to be a pro. And I think he's there now. He's been up, down, on teams, off teams, but I think he's pretty solid now and understands exactly the opportunity that's in front of him right now.
I asked him about that the other day. Sometimes maturity means different things for different guys, and he said he had to learn how to be a pro. In your experience with him, was it a matter of not just letting his talent kind of take the forefront and putting in the work? Was there anything else that kind of stuck out when it comes to maturity?
I just think the maturity thing, I think, he's right there. It wasn't anything that he, that was blatant or, that you would, it's just the little bitty things that I think he realizes that are very important also. And, I pull for him. I think he's a good guy. I think, had some big games for us when he was here. And, I think he's got it figured out now.
Follow up on Christian Wood question. His journey. Talk about, I guess, how the journey can be different from a guy who's not drafted versus a guy who's drafted. I guess maybe his opportunities might not be as there for him like it can be for somebody who's drafted at the top of the draft.
Yeah, I think what you have to do in those situations is that you got to create your own opportunities, and I think one of the ways to create it is for put on display, the skill level that you have, and then I think once teams realize you have a really important, really good skill level, then they'll take the time to try to they'll give you an opportunity to succeed, and then I think sometimes the little bitty things cost you, and because you're not drafted. But I think he got that figured out. I really do. I think you're going to see him in the league for a long, long time.
They haven't played a ton of minutes together. At the minutes when Drew and Lonzo out there together, it's been a struggle at times. What do you think has prevented them from clicking?
I'm not real sure. I thought that would be a really good combination, but we also have struggled with the second unit as far as creating shots for guys. So that's why we're going to try to play Lonzo with that second group to see if we can get in a situation where we can create shots.
And you said Derek isn't playing tonight, but I guess how important is it going to be just to get him back in the lineup and have him as that guy in the middle?
I mean, he's very important. The last game he played for us, he had 20 points and 20 rebounds. So, I mean, obviously we don't expect for him to do that every night, but just his presence there, the experience that he's had, playing in screening role situations and things like that is invaluable, especially in our situation right now where we're struggling in that area. So it'd just be great to just have him back on the floor and have him with the guys.
With Williamson entering his, I think, 8th week of rehab, how realistic is it for him to expect to play by like Sunday against Orlando or next week? Is it unrealistic?
I don't have any idea, and I would not answer that question because I don't have the information that would give me the ability to answer that question. I know that he's here every day. I know that he's working his butt off, and I know that he'll be back on the floor when the time comes. And as we said before, and Griffith said it too, we're not going to rush anything with him. So whatever that time is, then we'll put him out there. But we're not going to rush anything or do anything. We're going to be overly cautious if that's what you need to hear.
Do you get any sense during the, just looking at how he played with the team during the preseason? I know it's preseason, it's hard to compare, but do you get any sense that when he eventually does come back, it'll be a major kind of injection of energy and talent in the lineup, or is it unfair to expect?
Well, like I said, the other night, I don't expect for him to be the cavalry, but we expect for him obviously to inject some energy into our team and do some things like that. But we don't expect that all of a sudden he's going to be the cavalry and everything's going to change. We have to change before he gets back on the floor, and he would just be an additional thing and an additional positive thing that we can look at.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.